Jaxkson Roloff's health and leg bowing journey, a story of family, resilience, and medical milestones. Jaxkson Roloff, the firstborn son of Tori and Zach Roloff, entered the world on May 12, 2017, and instantly captured the hearts of millions. As a central figure on TLC's popular reality series Little People, Big World, Jaxson's life has unfolded before the public, particularly his health journey related to his inherited form of dwarfism. Born to two parents with achondroplasia, the most common form of dwarfism, Jaxson's diagnosis was expected, but his unique path, particularly concerning leg bowing, has been a focal point of family updates and fan concern. This comprehensive update delves into Jaxson's health, his leg bowing journey, the medical interventions undertaken, and what his current status means for his future. Understanding the medical background, achondroplasia and its implications. To fully appreciate Jaxson's journey, one must understand achondroplasia. It is a genetic condition that affects bone growth, resulting in disproportionate short stature, with shorter limbs relative to the torso. A common orthopedic complication in achondroplasia is genu varum, or significant bowing of the legs. This is not merely a cosmetic issue. Severe bowing can cause times joint pain, abnormal stress on the knees and ankles, times gait instability, difficulty walking and increased risk of falls, times early arthritis, accelerated wear and tear on joint surfaces, times risk of deformity, progressive worsening if left unaddressed. For Jaxkson, monitoring this bowing became a critical part of his pediatric care from an early age. His parents, both having navigated their own medical challenges, were proactive in seeking the best evaluations and treatments. The early years, monitoring and the decision point. In early episodes and social media posts, fans watched Jaxkson grow from an infant to an energetic toddler. While his developmental milestones were largely on track, the curvature in his legs became more pronounced as he began to bear weight and walk. Tori and Zach were transparent about their regular checkups with pediatric orthopedists, specialists familiar with skeletal dysplasias. The key question for the family and their medical team was, would the bowing correct itself with growth, or would it require surgical intervention? For many children with achondroplasia, a degree of bowing is typical and may stabilize. However, when the bowing is severe enough to risk the long-term complications listed above, surgery becomes a recommended path to ensure mobility and pain-free function. The surgical journey, guided growth and osteotomy. After consistent monitoring and consultations with top specialists, the Roloffs decided around 2022 to 2023 that Jaxkson would benefit from orthopedic surgery. The primary goal was to straighten his legs to improve his gait, prevent pain, and safeguard his long-term orthopedic health. The specific procedure Jaxkson underwent is known as guided growth surgery, hemiepiphysiodesis. This minimally invasive surgery involves placing small, temporary plates and screws on the inner side of the growth plates around the knee. These implants tether or slow down growth on that side, while the outer side continues to grow normally. Over time, typically 12 to 24 months, this gradual, guided growth slowly straightens the bone. It's a powerful technique that leverages a child's own growth to correct the deformity. In some complex cases, or for older children, a more immediate correction via osteotomy, cutting and realigning the bone, might be necessary. While the Roloffs have not disclosed the minutiae of Jaxson's surgical plan, the principles of guided growth align with the timeline and updates they've shared. Recovery and rehabilitation, a family effort. The Roloffs documented parts of Jaxson's recovery with care and positivity, always mindful of his privacy. Updates showed. 1. Immediate post-op. Jaxkson was brave and resilient. There was an initial period of pain management, mobility assistance, using a wheelchair or walker, and adapting to daily life with limitations. 2. Physical therapy, a crucial component of recovery. Therapy focused on maintaining strength, restoring his range of motion, and relearning to walk with a new, straighter alignment. His natural exuberance and the support of his parents and younger brother, Josiah, were major assets. 3. The emotional component. Tori and Zach consistently emphasized Jaxson's emotional well-being. They celebrated small victories, normalized the process, and ensured he felt empowered, not defined by his treatment. Jaxkson Roloff health update. Where is he now? As of late 2024, Jaxkson Roloff is thriving. Based on the most recent family shares on social media and the show Time's active lifestyle, Jaxkson is an energetic, playful 7-year-old. He is often seen running, playing soccer, helping on the family farm, and engaging in typical childhood activities with increased stability and confidence. Time's visible progress, photos and videos show a significant improvement in the alignment of his legs. His gait appears more stable and natural. Time's medical management, he continues with regular orthopedic follow-ups to monitor his growth and the success of the procedure. The guided growth plates may be removed once optimal alignment is achieved. Time's overall health, beyond orthopedics, Jaxkson manages the common health considerations of achondroplasia, such as monitoring for sleep apnea and ear infections, with the guidance of a specialized care team. He is a happy, bright boy who excels in school and enjoys a rich family life. The role of family and public platform. Zach and Tori Roloff have walked a careful line with Jackson's journey. They have used their platform to Times raise awareness, educating the public about achondroplasia beyond stereotypes. Times offer support, connecting with other families facing similar medical decisions. Times advocate for choice, emphasizing that every child and family's path is unique. Their decision for surgery was personal and medically advised, not a universal prescription for all little people with bowing. Times normalize difference. Most importantly, they have raised Jaxkson and his siblings in an environment where his dwarfism is a part of him, but does not limit his dreams or define his identity. Looking ahead, long-term outlook. The long-term prognosis for Jaxkson is excellent. The intent of the leg straightening surgery is preventive and quality of life focused. By addressing the bowing in childhood, the medical team aims to Times eliminate or drastically reduce future knee and joint pain. Times prevent the need for more drastic surgeries, like joint replacements, in early adulthood. Times allow him unrestricted participation in the sports and activities he loves. Times provide a stable. Jaxkson Roloff's leg bowing journey is more than a medical update, it's a modern narrative of parenting, disability, and proactive healthcare in the public eye. It showcases the importance of specialized medical care for skeletal dysplasias, the effectiveness of modern orthopedic techniques, and the incredible resilience of children. Through the love and advocacy of Tori and Zach, Jaxkson is not just managing a condition, he is flourishing. His story continues to inspire families